like about the situation?
Go ahead.
It's just too. Come on now, you do the Kim thing, then you go do the Trump stuff.
Wait,
The biggest trick in the book.
Because my mama was like one of the most famous crackheads. You know,
Famous crackhead?
one of the most famous crackheads.
Your mom.
But she had the
Wait, I'm sorry, hold on. I can't just gloss over that.
You had that with me, right?
Back like I never left, we are officially live from the living room. The mics are hot, the shoes are off. We are officially here. Atlanta Late Night Show. We got some guests in the building. Let me introduce everybody. To my left, we got Ja Perez. She can show you how to work a Glock, balance your chakras, do pole tricks, apply your waist beats. Everybody give it up for Ja. To my far left on the couch, we got Walt, returning guest. He likes unbuttoned shirts. Flowers.
Big facts. Bobby Chulo.
Flowers meant for smoking. He sizes his jeans to fit his pistol.
I never sized my jeans.
As you should.
I'm really getting to know this guy now.
Yeah.
Hey, you shut up. Watch the last episode.
He writes his music to illustrate the evils of the world. Give it up for Walt. Give it up for Walt.
I ain't talking about
You over here being what's her name?
Dana White.
Let's go.
We got G in the back. He's a Zodiac group that gets a lot of hate. He's a friend that explains other friends. You should get to know him because he's a real nice guy.
Yes, sir.
But he's good at being bad. Give it up for G.
Really never happened before.
Like someone who's had my first intro.
Yeah.
Right. What's that?
And
You know too much about me.
to my left, returning guest, you guys know her well. This is Yas, aka Lana. I need a little baby that's gonna listen. AKA my internet history got the feds watching me. AKA I make your girl call me daddy. She know what I'm talking about. AKA somebody man in my DM right now. My waist be showing and my skin is glowing.
Give
it up.
Work on this together. No, we
But
didn't. I looked at it. I see
yes, give it up for
I need me a little baby who don't listen to it.
yeah. All right.
Hilarious.
So,
Then he picked up the drink like.
Right.
Because that's
Let's
what I
start this
do.
one with the shot. Let's start with the shot. I like that.
we officially in here. Now, the show's not a show until I started asking problematic questions because the internet seems to love them.
I love them.
So-
They're my favorite.
Already?
Off the real.
That's where it starts.
That's the icebreaker before we get into real stuff.
Facts.
Like, this is the
You know me
good
well.
part.
You know me well. All right. Since we have ladies, it's Women's Month.
I didn't even really
So,
know that until
ladies.
they threw them
Alright.
around.
Ladies. If you had to describe what a condom feels like, please explain that.
Well, the what?
What a condom feels like.
It feels like
A
this
condom?
right here.
What is that?
Literally.
For the audio listeners.
Literally just pain. Just nothing.
Pain?
Just pain. I just feel like pain. I'm allergic though.
To latex.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it just feels like pain.
You good with the
It
skins?
is, no, it just feels like rubbing, just like
No, real
pure
skin.
friction.
No, real
Yeah,
skin.
and we there now.
We like real skin.
Alright.
We do like real skin.
What you got?
What
What you got?
real skin
What you
condoms
got?
are too
Wait.
expensive.
So are we talking the skins or like cause you related
Like-
to latex? Have you ever tried the skins? I actually
They
tried.
still
the-
feel like
I like the
friction.
skins over the
Like
magnums.
It just feels like friction.
I like
Yes.
the skins.
What do you
over
have,
the
John?
magnums.
Friction.
It feels like it's not supposed to be in there.
Okay.
So
I
I'm
be
off the
hearing that.
love of what
I've
she
heard
said.
that.
Just
I've
know.
heard that.
It
I've
just
heard
stop.
To me, if you
Get
have to use the
on.
condom
I've
with the
heard
person, you shouldn't be doing it. So
Period.
You're right.
That's interesting.
that's just my take on it.
It
but-
Have to?
Hmm?
No, what if you're trying to prevent a baby?
That's different.
See, if I'm
I tell
choosing
my
to give
sister
my
every
body
day
to
she need to
somebody,
put a
if I'm
condom
choosing to
thing
give
over
my
her
body
bed.
to somebody, then it's gonna be somebody that I'm not gonna have sex with somebody that I don't see myself having a kid with. It's just not happening.
No, we're on the same type of
You know what
time.
I'm saying?
However, sometimes the pullout can be treacherous.
No,
But in a serious committed relationship, I'll be ready for kids. So there won't be let's use a condom. No, it's just not happening.
Okay, so in a situation like my sister has found herself up in, where her nigga just refuses to pull out despite the fact that they're not financially ready for another kid. They
How do we jump to he refuses to pull out? How do we even jump all the way there? We skip a lot of beats first.
This is a real situation. I'm dead ass right now. It's a real situation. He refuses to pull out. He refuses.
Take off. No, take off.
So they have 2 kids now. They on their 3rd because he refused to pull out. Where's the condom? You using the condom now?
How your sister feel about that?
She want to use the condoms now.
Want to use the condom? Probably throwing them.
She want to use them now. She want to use them now.
Yeah, she trying to prevent number
That
4.
won't be me.
3 years. But I'm just saying.
Hey, y'all better hope so. Has she gotten her period? That's the thing. All these
Everybody need to be talking.
No, that's great though.
Our family don't believe
most
in
people
female
check the lottery
altercation
numbers.
shit. You need to stop your semen. I'm not
But at the same time, though, she gotta like set the standard too. Like,
I mean, yeah.
Well,
I be getting on her ass all the
we're
time
not
because I
even
would tell
getting
them
to
no sex
this.
without a
We're
condom.
not even
Fuck
getting
it.
right. We're not
I
even
ain't
getting to
fucking
this
you
point.
with
If
a
you wish
condom.
to no pull out, man.
What we gotta say this, because when I talk to women and what I've been listening to and what I've been receiving, sometimes they can't even tell when we finish inside.
I know. I told you I don't know.
Right.
And
but
that's why we can't play them games.
That's what I'm saying though. Once y'all both
it's so
agree to roll the
dangerous.
dice.
But here's the thing though.
So dangerous.
Here's the thing though. Every woman technically we will be able to find out. It's not like we'll never know.
We'll find out.
As soon as you go sit on
that's a
that
bad way
toilet
to
and
find out,
piss,
though.
you gon' find out.
That's a bad way to find out, though.
I mean, yeah, but that's
You
how
can't say
bitches,
sorry for that.
that's how most bitches find out. Look down and you're like, nigga,
Sorry
that is
about
not
that.
mine. It's not mine. That's how I got pregnant. Matter of fact, I looked down and I said, that is not mine. Sir, that's not mine.
You have a baby?
No, we're happy about this, okay? We're excited about this.
All right.
Put your face, nigga.
Happy,
Why are you happy? Yeah, and this is literally like my 3rd miscarriage. Like, we're happy
Where are
about
the
this. We're
effects?
ecstatic. I done got
We
over
here.
the trauma that had me wanting to have a baby in this state of mind. I'm too selfish to have a baby right now. I'm gonna kick the little motherfucker.
Hey, let's talk about it.
Mary
Mary J just
with
spoke
that.
about something like that
Go
while
ahead.
she never had kids. Because she was like, yo, I like
Career.
to move how I like to move. And
Career.
to worry about someone else all the time, it
It's not
does,
something like
Say it again,
change
John.
up a little
What you say,
bit.
John?
That's a lot. I'm just agreeing.
No. I'm not saying that I even agree with what she said.
No, she said
that
she
is
just
a lot.
said she says a lot. She
That
says
is
a
a
lot.
lot.
She says a lot.
Oh, it's a
Like,
lot.
but
Oh,
can
yeah,
you
it is a
take
lot.
care
Oh,
of your
That's what I'm
yeah.
saying. That's a lot. And I'm thinking about that.
I hear you.
Oh, yeah?
Gee, I'm
Okay.
kind of glad God
Yeah.
saved me.
All right. With that being said, next problematic question: what have your parents' relationships taught you about yourself, about how you present yourself in a relationship manner, or the ideas that you have about relationships? Let's start with the ladies.
That's deep.
To be honest, it taught me that my dad is my standard and my dad's a jackass, and that's why I like jackasses. And I had to get over that because he's a jackass and I don't want to like jackasses, but I wanted his love, so I was looking for it in the men's. But to be honest, my mom, she set her boundaries pretty firm, so my dad was out of there like real quick. Like he said he ain't want me because I wasn't a boy. Oh, fuck you, nigga, quick. Like, so I don't
That's
know.
what he said?
Yeah, he didn't want me because I was a boy. I was a girl.
That's what he said. His words.
Yeah, and he got 3 more girls after that, so fuck him. God ain't giving him
he
a
had to
boy.
eat that.
That's
He had to eat that.
No, that's very
I know,
interesting.
my-
All right. What about you, John? What about you, John?
So I will say my parents, they're still married. They set the bar pretty high for a young nigga. They set the bar pretty high. I'm honestly still, I go back to my parents sometimes and just ask them questions like, how did y'all do this? You know, but it's a different breed. The old school heads, they're a completely different breed than we are today. So it's just gonna be one of those things where I'm just gonna have to figure it out for my era, my age and generation. So I would say a way that they've affected me, I will say I learned the importance of choosing your partner and just being careful of who you're choosing to give your body to. See, now I know we live in a different age now.
What factors are you considering? What factors are you considering when choosing your partner?
Ooh, see, now we're going into a whole other conversation.
Yeah.
You don't know yet.
But for me, it's just a soul thing. Like, it's a know thyself thing. It's got to be a soul maturity, because for me, it's like, if you don't know yourself, you can be the richest, you can have all the material things, but that's gonna die away at some point. You can't take that to the grave. At the end of the day, it comes back to who you were as a person, who you were as a character. So I honestly don't choose. I just kind of say to myself right now, because I don't see that in the young people. So
Follow-up question. Quick follow-up question before I get to the guys. Do you have a number? Do you have a number in your mind of what you would like a man to earn yearly?
Let's just, I'm speaking abundant, infinite wealth.
Well,
I don't want a number.
like that.
I don't want a cap. I don't want to cap on it, and then.
Well, what's the minimum? I guess I'm looking at a minimum.
Oh, a minimum?
Yeah.
Ooh,
a minimum is surviving.
honestly, I can't say, because if I was to meet, let's just say I met my flame, whoever that man is. If I was to meet him right now and I'm not all the way there yet, and he wasn't all the way there yet, I wouldn't not date him. It would be the character for me.
Okay.
And okay, are you? Because people can have potential to be great, but like, are you actually on that path to your greatness? So I would be paying attention to that. Like, do I see money coming into your future? You know, But I don't. It's not materialistic for me.
Gotcha.
I've never dated.
Okay, fellas, what did your parents' relationships teach you about how you project yourselves in relationships and how you see love life and love languages? Go
I
ahead,
guess I'll ride. Yeah. So, off top, my father and my stepmother, they taught me that, number one, having God first in our lives.
Okay.
You know, and being connected in that, you know, as one.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning, you know, the man and the woman.
Yeah.
That's number one. But really, just from watching them, because they're married, have been for, you know, the greater part of my life. And just compromise. You know what I'm saying? Sacrifice.
Compromise on what, though?
On everything and anything that is essential to that relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever it takes, whether it's like...
Can I ask a word?
Go ahead.
Sure.
Well, my question for you is, when you say keeping God first, in your words, what does that look like? What would that look like with you and your partner?
What do you mean? Like...
When you keeping God first, like...
as far as, like, praying together, as far as reading together, studying together, you know what I'm saying? Like, keeping that dialogue open, and as far as, like, the man being, like, you know, the ultimate connector and the head of that, you know what I'm saying? Me also keeping that doorway open with, you know, who I'm with. So,
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, I have a question now, because now you didn't said that. I'm sparked.
Said what?
You
What
know,
did I
praying
say?
together, reading together. What happened? Like, do you only date in your religion?
Preferably yes.
Preferably.
You
And what's
know,
your
like,
religion?
I don't have a religion, but like so I
So
believe
when you
in.
pray together.
Listen, so I was raised. I was raised and brought up in Christianity.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Pretty much Baptist and Pentecostal.
Okay.
But you know, we can discuss all of that at another time.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't really like.
So you identify as Christian?
I guess you could say that because I believe in Jesus Christ.
Do y'all pray from the Bible
But
together?
at the same time, like, I don't believe in a religion. Like,
Gotcha.
that's not
What color
I'm
was
about.
Jesus Christ?
Yeah, oh no, there's no color. Like,
Okay, cool.
There's no. I don't go for nothing. Yeah, that ain't even.
There is
So
color.
like I said,
Wait,
I don't
wait,
subscribe.
wait.
Because I don't subscribe. I don't
He
subscribe.
was like,
I don't subscribe to a lot of things that, you know,
Black.
were probably taught to me or probably tried to, you know,
Okay.
be indoctrinated to me. I don't subscribe to all of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, for what's real and true, because there's really only one truth.
So basically, the baseline, what you said was compromise and basically
having God first,
having God first
within your lives, and that's all with all up and through there. You know what I'm saying? And compromise and sacrifice, like.
Walt, go ahead and answer.
They asked him like 3 questions. Bring me back to the
Okay, so
question.
what did your parents' love life and relationships project
All right.
display to you?
So honestly, I wasn't raised by my parents. I was raised by women, but my best example of love was by my godparents.
Okay.
They were educators. They weren't very religious, though. Like the women that did like raise me were. But the way that they like had patience with each other, the way that they valued each other. Both of them were educators. My father, God rest his soul, you know what I'm saying, big Lord, you feel me?
Yeah.
Like the best example I ever had of a man was like the best man, you know what I mean, ever, you know what I mean? For them too, because they essentially became my godparents because they tried to adopt me. Me and my best friend, we were best friends, and just through our love, they tried to adopt me from my aunt, who was raising me, my cousin, and you know, me, my sister, and a bunch of my cousins. And she said no, but they just basically at that point just told her like anything from like Lloyd to Walt, you know what I'm saying? They're the same age. We can't keep them away from each other. Like you ain't got to worry about them. But for them, that unconditional love as a man.
How does it manifest in your love life? Or
now
how do you choose your partners?
It's amazing now because like you know, my mom, everything that she's going through right now, like even right now in her life, it's like that's like my strength. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I said, their patience that they had with each other, just their unconditional love. They weren't very religious, but they had a respect and mutual understanding for who each other was. Where, you know, he was weak, she was strong, and they just always iron sharpened iron. So outside of any type of objective or subjective like thing.
So you look for a person that complements where you.
Yeah, it has to be. It has to be a overall understanding of like the person first before we allow anything outside of that to affect like who we are as people. You know what I'm saying? Because there's certain things that just we allow just because, like we said, everybody else is gonna have an opinion based off of that. So rather than me even worrying about the opinions, which I don't even give a fuck about, or allowed to take that to consideration of how I, you know, break things down. It's like, all right, who the fuck are you at the end of the day? Where do you come from? What do you value? You know what I'm saying? Like, because the person at the end of the day, like it can't be the character. Like it can't be about like, because we can, our language, like G is one of my best friends, we don't always agree on God, but we agree on God. You know what I'm saying? Because we understand that like we don't go the same routes. You know what I mean? But at the same time, the understanding of the end all be all of understanding that the communication of the source is just that of God. You know what I'm saying? And so, yes, it has to be the understanding of the person, of the.
With that being said, I'll present the next question to the group. The person that you disagree with the most, are they still in your life, and why?
I'm sorry, I already had the second you said disagree with, all I heard was my mother in my head. I disagree with my mother every freaking day. Every day. Yeah,
why do you guys disagree?
Because I'm a hard-headed Leo and she's a hard-headed Leo.
Okay.
We disagree every day about something, and then we agree, and then we disagree again. And that was more so in the end of our relationship. We're starting to agree more now, though.
Okay.
You know, it's starting to get a little better now because I'm starting to not be as hard-headed as I was.
Okay.
Know? But yeah, she's still.
So y'all did. So with that being said, do you identify the things that you guys used to disagree about you being wrong, or maybe you just had a different perspective? And that's a loaded question because I know you're a Leo.
Right. Okay. To be honest, like if you want me to be honest, I was wrong. I was wrong. I was a wrong ass little kid. I was just an asshole. But in my mind, it was my perspective. Right.
I finally got it.
In my mind, right. She just didn't understand me. But no, I mean, I was just thinking about that when he was talking about love. Because I was just thinking, like, in reality, my mom is who taught me self-love. Because I watched her every day love herself. I thought she was a narcissist. Thought she was narcissistic as fuck, and I don't know why. Because now I'm over here like, bro, you're just an asshole. Because everybody needs to love themselves.
And if I can like just piggyback off that, like my birth mother, you know what I'm saying? That woman is my donda. I hope y'all seen the Genius, like the Kanye documentary. Because if it's one thing, I would just want you to see it, because if you ever seen, like, if you can believe it and achieve it, like, and understanding how a mother from a male's perspective can like impact a male, you know what I'm saying? Like my mother raised me until I was like 6 years old. My uncle was one of the biggest like crack dealers in Chicago. First time I ever got put in handcuffs, I was like 4 years old, because they used to give the kids and like let us hold the drugs and shit like that. Like when I finally moved to Miami, my mama was like one of the most famous crackheads. You know what I'm saying?
Famous crackhead?
One of the most famous crackheads.
Your mom.
But she had the
Wait,
where
I'm sorry, hold on. I
Yeah,
can't just gloss over that.
You had that history with me, right?
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah,
How do you
that
become
sounds
a-
weird as fuck.
how do you
That
become a
sounds-
famous
No,
crackhead?
No,
you
we
know
got a
what I'm
couple in
saying? But
Atlanta.
my mama
Yeah.
was the
We got a couple in
plug.
Atlanta.
She was
Famous
the plug.
crackheads?
Yes,
She was
and
the
you
plug.
know the
Like,
bag
she
lady.
was
Okay,
the
being a plug.
Like, you know what I'm, and I won't say it like that.
You're
That's
not
really
the
like,
plug, but you're
that
the
sounds
bag.
weird to say it like that, but she was like, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody
She knew
her.
everybody?
Her face was good. You feel me? Her face
Okay.
card was good everywhere.
Yeah, yeah.
She didn't do bad business. You know what I'm saying? Everybody always knew her. She always hustled. You feel me? But
Yeah.
the thing about my mama, why I loved her, is because she gave me up at a time where she knew that it was getting too much for her. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So I never hold any of that against her, because for them 6 years of my life, bro.
You say that now.
Yes.
My follow-up question.
Yes.
My follow-up question now is, how long did it take you to make peace with that?
Oh, with her?
Yeah.
Well, she passed early. That hurt me more than anything. It
Okay.
wasn't about. It was none of that.
It was so. It was
Yeah, me
never about
understanding
the
that
fact
the
she
older
gave you
I
up.
got made me love her more.
Okay,
You know what I'm
that
saying?
she had the wherewithal to understand that she was
I mean,
too
yes.
much to keep
What
you.
happened after that wasn't of her control, because other shit happened that impacted me completely differently after that.
Mhm.
But that wasn't. She had the wherewithal to not drag me through what she was going through. So
Gotcha.
I appreciate that more than anything, because I love my mama more than anything in this fucking world. You know
Gotcha.
what I'm saying? So I just had to, because like I said, when you see that Genius and that Donda relationship with Kanye, and I'm a huge Ye fan, and most people I know they disagree. I'm one of those people. It's like, bro, we gotta support people like that, because like it's like for
Support
real,
goes
like
a long way. It
bro,
changes a person's
he's
life.
in places where most people don't understand, and the shit that he's really doing and talking about, like we won't understand what he had to go through to get there, and especially losing like a woman like that just literally, like, if you can believe it and achieve it.
Well,
from
he felt, and then he also
from
feels
this age.
he feels guilty about it too.
Exactly.
Yeah, because of
because
the
he only
success
put
that
her
he
in
had.
it. Exact. I get you. Feel me?
Yeah.
Like
No, I don't get it.
Right. He just spiraled
Well,
in the
she
sense
got a ton-
his
so-
success is
so
what
real
led
quick,
to her
let me explain this.
downfall.
So he became wealthy, and then it gave him the opportunity to pay for the tummy tuck that she got, and she died from complications from a tummy tuck.
Who?
His mother.
Oh, I thought we were talking about Kim.
No.
And I was so confused. I'm like, what the hell?
No, it was
did
somebody's mother.
Kanye?
So his mother,
Yeah.
so he
Yeah.
internalizes
Yeah,
the
it was
pain,
just some-
and
a
then
real
like the
simple ass-
resources
I never
that
made
he
my mama
had
get that
as
shit.
the
I was like,
raising
no.
him.
It was
But
just
that's
some
what
I'm
I'm
saying.
saying.
Sometimes
That's
it's
what I'm
just-
saying.
no,
So
it's
you
supposed
gotta
to be
understand
some real
about how he
simple ass
feels,
shit.
like
Yeah.
knowing that,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? One, she chose to do something that she didn't have to do. You feel me? And two, he went and paid for something for her to get done that.
Well, she
was
really,
on that
he
shit.
didn't
And now
have to
she's
pay
gone.
for it. She paid for it.
What
but-
you
Yeah, I mean,
it's just the.
no,
What you mean?
y'all.
That's a
I feel
lot
like
for him
it's
to
deeper.
handle.
No,
You think
I
it's
mean, no, I'm with you.
Oh, hold on a second.
No.
Hold on a second. We got
What you said?
we got conspiracy theories.
You know I love this.
Yep. All right, go ahead, break it down,
Let's
John.
go.
Break it down, John.
Let's
Go
go,
ahead.
'cause I wanna
Because
hear-
first of all,
Yes,
Go ahead, let's go. Let's go.
that's the cover-up story. While I didn't know the cover-up story, but that's the cover-up story. When you get yourself into certain dark societies, you have to make a sacrifice. And each celebrity has made a sacrifice with somebody close, and that's a whole other topic.
He rejected it too.
But you feel me?
And
And
he
then they
rejected
be
it.
mad about it. And then after they commit they soul, then they go through this whole Jesus, and I want to be the savior because I've been in these dark places.
Right.
Oh yeah, we know what you had to do to get to where you
You
were.
think?
but
Now you wanna be like-
So you think him going in the religious route? You think it was him more so fighting for his soul based on the things that he's done?
absolutely.
I mean, he's
Well,
married.
hold
Not
on,
that
hold on.
he's done,
Kardashian
but
woman.
that he's committed his soul to. Because
Right.
you kind of sell
Right.
your soul a little bit, and I think he's in a place of trying to gain it back, which is why I respect him so
He was
much,
married to
because this nigga is the biggest witch in the fucking industry.
Literally,
I'm-
he was
I'm gonna
married
say
to Kanye.
this.
She literally kills every black
Go
man
ahead.
she
Me,
touches.
me
But-
is look. This is
Because
how
it's
I
something.
feel.
If you
This
choose
is-
to marry
this
Kim,
is-
it's something.
This is how I
But
truly feel.
I see
Go
both
ahead,
sides.
Walt.
I see both sides.
This is
Go
how
ahead.
I
Y'all
truly
telling
feel.
the Don to do what she was supposed to do. That
And
way.
he
That's
know
what the trick
we
off.
have this conversation. We done had this
I
conversation.
got
Go
one
ahead.
question.
Me personally,
Hold
I
on,
feel
hold
like
on.
I said, as far as coming back to that motherly aspect, when
Yeah.
you see on Genius that like the spiral, literally from that point on, when he loses that person for him, you know what I'm saying, that essentially has been keeping all of the chaos at bay. You feel me? Because like I feel like because it was such a routine ass surgery.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like he had rejected that already. You feel me? Like just bro. I'm yay now. You know what I'm saying? I already done did the George Bush does not care about black, bro. I'm yay at this point. You know? Or I'm Yeezy. I'm Yeezy at this point. You know what I'm saying? So when I get to that point, like, I'm rejecting that because you can't tell me I got to do whatever you want to do just based off of my mindset and me having this woman around.
Right.
Let's get rid of
He
her.
fucked up by marrying her. I guess.
Yeah,
by Kim?
Yes.
By Mary Kim?
He was
But
he was
I
on
feel
the
like,
track, but it's like.
but that's why I feel like that's why I appreciate more of the now because
I do.
because it wasn't.
That's interesting.
It wasn't anything that led up until after his mom. After his mom. Full, yes, bro.
Just did whatever.
And they were able to tug at the heartstrings.
So you're telling me at a certain point he did change.
But that don't mean your change don't make you better.
Not
everybody changes when they lose.
I want to hear your thoughts. Why you don't fuck with Kanye?
Because he changed, you feel me?
Like,
wait.
everybody gotta change to grow. But how do you grow
and
if
then
you
now
don't
you're trying
change?
to change back.
How do you?
Wait,
How do you?
wait,
But
not
I'm
even
saying, but I'm
back.
saying,
You're
how
trying
do
to
you
change
grow?
into
You
a
don't
version of
change.
The
into
change
what
from
you
his
were.
mother passing?
How
The
do
change
you
after
grow?
his
No,
mother
he
passed?
changed when he married Kim.
Because remember Jesus
How?
walks, the Jesus walk
Yeah.
phase. He was
I'm
in
not
the
even
Jesus walk.
saying that he's not
But no,
allowed
no.
to change. Don't even debate that.
No, people
I'm saying
change.
that. I'm not even saying that he's not allowed to change. I'm not even saying no, he's not allowed to change. I'm just saying you never really admitted that he changed, but I'm just saying he did change at a certain point.
Yeah.
And to his,
The nigga's a human,
however you
bro.
want to give it to
Yeah,
him, it was because
people
of his
change,
mother
people
passing.
evolve.
Right, that's a blow
So
for
my question
anybody.
is, what don't you like about the situation?
Go ahead.
It's just too. Come on now, you do the Kim thing, then you go do the Trump stuff. Like you doing
Look,
too
I wanna
much.
go
That's
ahead.
showing you that
Okay.
you
Look,
are fully merged into darkness.
Okay.
Now you trying to
Okay.
fully flip
Now
my
I see
script
what
now,
you're
and now you trying to come back with hold on, and now you trying to
I just
Hold
want
on.
to devil's advocate.
hold on, and
I
you
just
trying
want to
to
start with him real quick.
wait, and then you
You
trying
wanna
to come
wait, hold
pull
on,
the
but I got
biggest
something for both of y'all.
trick in the book.
'Cause I got a
Even
question
that,
for him
you know, they
since-
try to say
Why?
inmates do,
Right.
they come out and shaking for G. Nah, bro, chill.
Well,
you ain't
all
gotta
right,
do
all right,
all
let me
that.
present
Like,
this.
because to
Let me
present yourself as who you used to be, you don't have to do all of that.
Let me present
You don't
this.
gotta
what
do
you got.
Sunday
So-
services and all this
Hold on, I
stuff,
got
bro.
you.
Like, you don't gotta do that. I get who you are as a.
So one thing I've seen from the Christian process, right? So we're talking about him trying to fight for his soul. Another angle in which I've seen is you go the Christian route because it separates the state and from a tax problem
Absolutely,
situation,
absolutely. That
and
has a
then
lot
you're
to do with what he's
selling
doing.
the
Absolutely.
fashion products that he sells. It allows you to have tax breaks.
Money, which further lets me know that he's
Right.
deep off into the dark.
So you have different sides in which people say well hold on a second. You have one side you're saying you're fighting for his soul, and then the other side you're saying he's fighting for using Christianity as a convenient tax break.
It's both.
Because he has
At
to.
the
I was
same
just
time.
about
You
to
can
say
do
that.
that.
He's
Like,
fighting for his
yeah.
soul, and because
Yeah,
he's
you can-
fighting for his soul,
listen,
he decided to use
you-
Christianity
to get to the
as a
end,
tax
to get to the
break.
end, you can use
what's
whatever
money
means
have to
you
do-
think you
but
want to
what
use
does
to
money
get
have
to
to
the
do with
end.
I'm asking what you're trying to say.
That's fully
It's
like
right here.
wilding.
John,
This
that's
is my
right.
question I'm asking you this entire time, and I'm only getting close. I'm not just so I can ask this
Hey,
motherfucker
hold on,
questions.
this one's supposed to be no
I
Kanye
got a
discussion,
question.
man.
But I have
I don't
asked
wanna
you
jump
since
off of
A.
No,
Kanye.
because y'all all on the same way.
No,
You
this
said
didn't even
he's
have
It's
to
not
do
even
with
about
him.
being on the
This
same
has something to do with
way.
your
One
tax
time.
statement.
Let me tap the little Casamigos.
Right, the knockoff
Nah,
Casamigos.
that's not fire though. It's better than Casamigos.
Oh wait, go
to
ahead
me.
and read.
Hey, that's the rock shit.
Since you
Yeah, the
Shout out to
rock
Rock.
shit.
If you
Yes,
slip.
man.
But can I go ahead?
We with that. We with
This
that.
is just, I just really want to know, right? You said something about his documentary. Where's his documentary available?
It's on Netflix right now.
So you have to spend money to be able to see his documentary.
I mean,
No, if you got Netflix.
typically, if you
Oh,
got
yeah.
most people,
Then if you have
in
to
America
spend money to
have
get
some type
Netflix,
of- most
Hey,
people
is
have
his
some
documentary
type of
on-
streaming service
is
nowadays.
his documentary on something where even the poorest of the poor could fucking find it and learn from it?
Yes.
Where?
Probably one of the sound down.
Without
same
it being
place where you
bootleg.
watch some-
Without it being bootleg.
Why not?
And
Why
not?
Kanye
Why not?
posted
Why not?
on
Because-
YouTube.
because-
Because that would
Why
mean
not?
he's not for
And
the
not
profit.
You was talking crap about Jordan selling
Because that would mean he's not for the
And now
profit
he
for
said she
real.
got a
I
higher
make a
price
lot of
point.
great ass
I don't
content
really
that I can
hear
put
it.
on
Like,
Patreon and make
That's marketing.
profit
We're
off
not gonna
of.
do that.
But I
We're
don't.
not gonna do
Because
that.
I'm not for
We're
the
not-
profit.
No, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do
So
that.
if you really
Nah,
wanted somebody
we're
to
not
learn
gonna
from
do
his
that.
We're not
lesson,
gonna do that.
why didn't
We're
he
not gonna
post
do
it
that.
somewhere
We're not
since
gonna
he's
do
all
that.
changed?
We're not gonna do that.
Where it's not
We're
for
not gonna do
profit.
that. We're not gonna do that.
Oh, you don't like that
We're not
question?
gonna do
Cool.
that. We're not gonna do that.
That's cool. You ain't gotta like the question, but the question was real as
I
fuck.
like it. No.
Then
heard
answer
all of
it.
the
But I-
statements.
Then answer it.
I'm not even
None of that.
subscribing
None
to
of
the
that.
fact.
I don't subscribe to none of that.
Because
I'm not even
he
subscribing
said,
to the fact.
if he's not
Is
for
he not for
profit,
profit?
why wouldn't he put it somewhere
Who?
where he
Right.
wouldn't profit
I'm saying,
and
though,
everybody could
My question
access?
is, my
Alright,
question
alright,
is, why
alright.
are we making art if we're not making profit?
Wait a second.
And it wasn't
Because
even,
you're
it
supposed
wasn't
to
even
make
his
art from the
documentary. It was TK and Cooties.
And you see, and that's exactly why I don't agree with that damn thing around your
It's
neck.
TK
Because I make this shit
Cooties.
for the art,
Am I-
not for the damn profit.
Yes, but we're not. It's a Ye documentary that wasn't shot by Kanye.
Oh, shit.
We're talking about a Ye
Shit.
documentary that
Boy.
wasn't shot by Kanye. What are you talking about?
But he
The
still made
documentary
it, and
was-
he still allowed his story to be
That's
profited
fine.
off of.
It's
That's
his-
bullshit.
That's
You're for the profit.
fine. That's
You're for
fine.
the profit.
But Chike and Cootie
Don't-
shot that and got the most profits off of that because
So-
they are the actual people that
actually,
shot.
but I agree.
All right,
So,
look,
but you just
all right,
said
what-
that he
hold on.
wouldn't even admit that he changed, right? So I'm gonna just take that as
I said
Well,
I'm
no,
getting
he
that
said it
defensive
today.
barrier.
I already knew he
I'm saying,
changed.
me
But
and
it's
him be
gonna
going
take
back
you a
and
while
forth.
to admit
Listen,
that
he's
for
a
profit
Kanye
too,
stan,
ain't it?
so to me, he probably
There's
won't do it 'cause
nothing
I'm
wrong
his
with
boy,
being
but
for
he
profit.
admitted
At
It's
the
a
end
lot
of the day,
when our own people ain't even getting the money we need to, and they stealing our profit out of our own pocket. Boy, did you see gas prices as of recent? Are you making enough?
See,
that-
all right,
Is your
what-
job
what-
paying you a
Wages
living
ain't going
salary?
up. Wages
I don't
ain't
have a
going
job.
up.
They ain't at all.
I
Gas
work
going
for
up like
myself.
hell.
I work
Alright.
for
So-
myself.
All right, hold on.
At this point, $15 a month for Netflix ain't feasible for me to go watch Kanye's documentary.
It just
All
depends on who
right,
you're
one
talking
thing I'll
to.
shoot some bells for people.
So
Most is one person that pays for Netflix, and then we have other people that have access code.
Absolutely.
And that's me.
So you have access to the documentary.
But it doesn't matter because there's somebody on that street who could probably benefit from that knowledge who will never be able to see it because he ain't got my Netflix code. You can only put 4
I
people
would say
on it.
only to
there's
that I would
clips
say
everywhere.
time is
And,
saying.
and they
That-
just dropped the
but
day
what
saying
happens-
they about to
There's
charge
clips.
people who
There's
letting people
clips.
What
outside
happens-
their household
The
use
knowledge
their
is
account.
out there.
What happens when he don't know what to search to find it because it's just not readily available for him to be able to find it?
Well, you have the problem
but
with
we're
books.
talking
Because it's
about
not something that-
we're talking about
But he ain't
two
making a book
ends of the
either.
diaspora.
No.
People who have the access and the people who don't have the access.
All right,
I
so-
respect what you're saying,
So-
but I'm saying there's still people who have the access and people who don't have it,
And
whether
all
it's
those
Netflix
people he can
or the
profit off
internet.
of.
Or whether you in
It's
this
people who don't
country
have
or another
electricity.
And all of those
It's
people
people who
he
don't
can
have
profit
electricity,
off
so
of.
they don't know about
So
YouTube
you
or
can't say
Netflix.
he's not for
Okay.
profit because all of those people he can profit off of.
it's just
He doesn't
Joe.
go out of
Joe,
his way to
Joe,
make
keep
sure
it
that
rocking,
people
Joe.
who cannot
This is
afford
never-
it
I know.
don't get it.
That's
So
tough.
he's for profit.
That's tough. Balance
Because
is-
I go out of my way to make sure anybody can learn about crystals.
people who
He
people.
don't go out of his way to make sure anybody can learn
saying-
about him.
Hold on,
But-
one second.
but
I
depending
got
on
a
how you-
question.
I'm done talking about
It
it.
only
Well,
goes
give me
so
1 second.
far.
I'm gonna let.
One question. So the thing is, the reason why I brought up books, right? If you don't know the information you're looking for, you don't know what you're missing. You don't know the
You don't know what you
questions.
don't know.
That's
You
fine.
don't know what you don't know.
So even with you saying that you present your information for free into the free domain like YouTube, if they don't put on those keywords, they don't know what they're looking for.
That's fine. But at the same time, what happens when they do put in those
Word
keywords
of
and it takes them to
spread and
Netflix?
everything like that.
I mean, you know.
I
There's gonna
mean,
be
you know.
clips at that
It's
point.
right.
I would
But
assume.
like,
I
what
mean,
happens
we
when
live in a
those
different
clips
time,
don't
though.
hit on the exact point? What
Right.
happens when he missed the actual knowledge he needed because it wasn't in one of those clips? Not everybody gonna make a clip of every single second of every single moment. There is knowledge in everything.
Well,
Not just 15 seconds.
you're making an argument that's very idealistic, and I understand it because I'm not
It's
doing
not
this.
even that. It's just you
No,
can't say
you're-
he's not for
everything is
profit
rooted.
if he's not making sure he
No,
put
I'm
his
not
stuff
saying
in a
he's not
place
for
where you
profit. I
can
never said that.
not profit off of it.
I never said that.
That's my point. He's
Yeah.
for profit.
Yeah, well, that's what the
But I'm
original
saying
question that was
even
raised.
YouTube is
That's my point.
YouTube realistically is still free, but it's still for profit.
But they
Streams
make a way to
equal
profit
profits.
themselves
You know
without
what I'm saying?
hurting
Like
the
I'm
poor.
saying, like where are we putting
But do
our
they make
content
themselves
nowadays
a way
where it's just really
for the
free?
poor
Like
to do it.
I don't
Too,
unless
as
you
well.
create your own
And-
domain.
All right, let's keep it moving. Let's keep
Right.
it moving because we don't have to
Wrap
get
it
into that one.
Like,
All right, let's shift gears a little bit. What's the last gay phrase you used?
yes, girl. Yes.
All right, let's hear from the men for the first time.
We was probably in the car and Walter was putting something in the ashtray and I was like, just put it in. You got me? Like, it wasn't even gay, you feel me? I just had to come up with something. And that really did happen, though, before we came in the crib, though. It's not even gay, but I just said, you feel me? Like, I just remember that happened. Like, and it could be taken as, like, he could have said pause after that. I could have said pause, but I don't do that because I ain't gay, so I feel like I don't got to be saying that type of corny stuff.
I don't got to say that, though.
Yeah.
He said I was a part of the gay shit. I ain't saying nothing now.
Yeah, just put it in. All right, what's the last thing you said that was gay, man? What's the last gay phrase you said?
I'm telling you, boy, I mean, that was...
All right.
Technically, I just said a lot of them.
All right, let's go to the ladies.
It's just be random.
I guess they're not gay.
Go ahead.
I don't... Like, that shit don't... I don't be one of... I'm not one of them pause niggas, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I'm not
I say what I say, you know what I'm saying? Like, I
use
feel
it
like I
for
gotta say
funny,
pause.
for punchlines, but it's not a thing in my life.
Yeah. I don't... So, like, I don't consciously think, oh, this sounds... Like, I'm not gonna... Like, that
All right, so when I
yeah.
say gay phrase, I mean something that's usually said in the gay community.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That was funny, though.
No.
That's a
Y'all
real
see how
time.
I came out with
Okay,
that?
Yeah.
I thought about it, so
I
I
knew
had to
exactly
do it.
what he meant.
Right.
I say, what's that new shit?
You're 21, so you get it. Kids
I mean,
Well,
I never said pause.
actually,
That's some weird
me and G got a project coming out called Math Ain't Mathin'. The Math Ain't Mathin'.
Oh, that's a gay phrase?
Oh,
Yeah,
The Math Ain't
yeah.
Mathin'.
Man, your shirt ain't
Yeah,
shredding.
no.
Your dress ain't shredding.
Yeah.
Your makeup ain't.
Yeah. One of them.
Hey,
Oh,
Walt, we gonna get canceled?
No. It's a good thing. So when I drop
I don't care.
when I drop the
First of all, you want to get canceled.
That's even better. That's even
Get
better.
canceled.
That's even better. I got a whole group of people who
Cancel
not
me,
gonna
please.
even indulge in my
fuck
stuff.
with it.
So
Y'all
bad.
don't got to
They
comment.
would never
Y'all
do
gotta
it.
say
They don't
nothing.
have
They
the balls.
won't say that though. That would be
They don't have the
us
balls
though,
to
and
blow
then
me
we-
up like that.
All right, let's direct it to the ladies. John, what's the last
The
gay
drip
phrase?
ain't dripping.
It's dripping.
That's what
The
they would
drip
say.
is dripping.
No.
But the drip is
The
dripping.
drip.
The drip is dripping.
Wait,
You
real quick.
down to the Dragon Ball Z socks. Fuck you,
Not
baby.
the
Fuck
fireball.
you,
Y'all ain't see the
baby.
fireball. Y'all ain't see it.
All 7, ho.
I love the Dragon Ball.
I got a little Goku calcite that I got.
Oh,
like,
shit. Not the Goku?
Matter of fact, no. Goku Rose, I got another fit just like this, but with a pink bodysuit all mesh, and the Goku Rose, Rose socks.
That's right.
Hey, I love it.
Visualize
The
the
outfit
outfit.
starts with the socks. I love it.
It does every
That is
time.
awesome.
Every
Hard
time.
shoe,
I
pretty
got
nasty hustle.
fucking
That's
Dragon Ball Z
the
socks,
only-
Squidward socks. I just bought some Nightmare Before Christmas socks, and I buy them off of GameStop.
I got all
Every
the
time.
little
Went to
plug shit.
GameStop.
All
Bought
right,
more
real
socks.
quick.
Stop.
It's different ones.
Hold on. So, John, do you identify as something sexually?
I like what I like. I
What do
don't
you
have
like?
any. I'm attracted to energy.
Okay.
Energy?
Energy is
So,
not bound
wait.
by the flesh.
Okay.
All right. So are you pansexual?
Would you fuck a tree? Is the
You
question.
don't subscribe.
I would fuck a tree.
Do
I would fuck a
you
tree
even
before I fuck
subscribe
dead
to those
niggas.
type of words?
Okay,
Do you
so she's
subscribe to those type of
pansexual,
words
y'all.
like pansexual.
I don't, and that's why it's
Okay,
hard
yeah,
to
that's what I'm
answer.
saying. Like, yeah.
I only use
Pansexual
No,
means-
I
okay,
know.
yeah,
But sometimes
Let her
you use
answer,
some
let her
words.
answer,
Yeah.
let her answer.
Pansexual means you.
Oh, let her answer.
That I would say that is probably the closest word to describe. I don't subscribe to any titles or any like boxes,
So you
but
can't do
I
boyfriend,
like what I
girlfriend.
like. I like what I like. I'm attracted to energy. I don't have relationships. I think that's human shit. That's lustful shit. Like those of us that vibrate higher, we're on a different level. We have connections and
Yes.
partnerships and a higher understanding. But I identify as a loving being, vibrating love. That's what I am. So if I meet an individual, regardless of what the outer shell reflects as, if you're in vibrating on love, then bro, we connect. Like that's what I identify as.
Okay.
So,
All right.
like,
With that being said, what's the last gay thing you said?
The last gay thing.
Nothing
I was
is
over
gay to
here
her.
thinking, right? I was over here thinking, like, what is something? I don't know if that's appropriate for me to say.
But
Yes, it's giving me
right, something from the gay community. It doesn't have to actually be gay in your terms.
Right.
Something from the gay community.
Yeah, right.
I know
Plan-
you get told yes to
they
something.
playing in your
Okay,
face.
that's
a gay phrase. Yes,
Okay.
queen is a gay
Okay,
phrase.
yeah.
Okay, yes, queen.
I play around with my coworkers and say stuff like that, like yes, or I like play flirt with them because they know I'm.
Girl, you know you ain't.
Yeah. Like you bad as fuck, sis. Like shit like that. But
Is that like a gay thing or is that like a woman thing?
It
Just
technically
turned
was a
into
woman
gay
thing, just men.
honestly,
That's
I
what
don't
I'm
know
saying.
how to
Well,
associate
well,
that with
that's
the
not
best way to answer
energy
the
and
question.
then
I don't
turn
really
it
feel
into
like I
gay.
feel like that's not fair to the women to be like
the
adding
compliment.
that.
Honestly,
That's a
we
woman
might
thing,
be
like-
cancelled
Us
saying
women
gay
have
friends.
But
just
that's how I
relinquish
feel.
the
You
title
think
to
so?
it and just let it go.
I think it's inclusive, personally.
Hey, bro, I feel like my niggas is my
Gay
niggas.
phrase because so there are people in the gay community that would like the credit that they deserve for creating and putting things into the ethos of a vocabulary, and they don't get the credit, and then it becomes a thing.
Math came from the gay community. I don't know about that.
That's
No,
what I'm
just
saying.
the way it's used, the way it's used.
Well,
It could be in it,
my
but
thing
That's
about
what
it.
I'm saying, like,
Can I say
hold on.
something real
Go
quick?
ahead.
What do
And
we
I'm gonna
even-
say something
what do we
real.
even
I'm gonna
define
say
as,
something
like,
controversial.
something that
My
can come
was
from the gay
saying
community
is,
because
I
what
feel
she's
like
saying is something that comes from the women community.
No,
Not that don't
that's-
come from the
that's-
gay community. Really.
that's-
You can
that's-
translate
the gay
it to that.
community
It
is
can be
representative of
translated
the
into
black
the gay
woman.
community.
Let's say that.
But what is the
Let's
gay
say that out
community?
loud.
The gay
That's why it's
community ain't
called-
nothing.
The
There is no gay
LGBTQ
community.
plus whatever.
There's a
outside
gay
of the
community,
niggas trying to make
but it's
pedophilia
made up
okay.
of other
The
communities.
gay community is representative of the
Fucking hate
black
that word.
woman.
All right, so
Nah,
that's the
fam.
That's
reason.
a fact.
That's the
That's a
reason.
fact.
That's the
It is.
reason.
That's a fact.
I'm not
So
putting
the
them. I'm not
The
putting gay people with black women.
LGBTQ
I'm not
plus
doing
whatever
that.
community outside of
ABCDQ
motherfuckers that they trying to
community.
add that pedophilia bullshit. That shit is representative of the black woman.
No.
Okay,
Yeah.
pause.
What?
Pause.
TikTok.
Everybody.
Yeah. Queen.
Yeah.
All that, bro. The
Y'all
hell.
only talking about
The whole
y'all only talking about
representation is
something
the black
in
woman,
media
bro.
wise.
I will argue
I
that
need
till
you-